Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the Lime Sports World. Barbadian all-rounder Jonathan Carter has significantly improved his chances of receiving a call-up for the West Indies senior team after smashing a century for the regional A squad today. The left-hander stroked 133 in the second 50-over match against India A in Bangalore, inclusive of 18 fours and 3 sixes. Carter led Windies A to 279 for 6 in 50 overs. Leon Johnson added 39 and Kirk Edwards 36. India A were then dismissed for 244 to 24 in 48.4 overs, with Barbadian pacer Miguel Cummins taking 4 for 31, while Carter came back to bag 2 for 33. The scores again: West Indies A 279 for 6, India A 224. West Indies A won by 55 runs to level the series 1-all. Game 3 is on Thursday. Now, will there be a repeat or new champions for the Goddard Enterprises Senior Volleyball Knockout Competition? Both defending champs have made it through to the finals after last night's semi at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium. In the women, champions Braden's Rockets defeated Chargers, while Flow Century Insurance Brokers Deacons turned back the #1 seed Warrens. Then in the men, champs Sandy Crest Medical Center Deacons had it easy against Juniors, while top seeds Chargers also had a breeze against Progressive. Mark Seal was at the gym.
With Katrina Wickham out of the lineup, the offensive systems for Rockets were easy. Find Sherry Matthews or Nacia Woods. That time it was Matthews off the blocks. 25-16 they took the first set. Chargers came strong in the second. Losing by 9 points in the first was a no-no. Avara Brown, first of the spike from the outside. She was dug by Matthews. But then Shani Leacock in the middle beats Woods to her left, winning that one 25-20, and it's now 1-all. But maybe Rockets were really as good as they looked in the first, cause in the third they had a 10-point difference, 25-15. The fourth set was again a better showing by Chargers, but this block by Woods was Rockets' signature on the set, winning 25-20 and the game 3-1. Now the other women's semifinal had a similar pattern. Deacons in the green took the first set 25-23, Deanne Smith with the kill. Then Warrens bounced back in the second. Rayanne Niles, she would get the set and off the blocks. 25-22, that now would be 1-all. Now when Julia Lewis gets a set where she wants it, she rings her hand in the ball, like so, as Deacons took the third 25-20. Now like the first semi, this one also ended in 4. This is set and game point. Anthesia Mason, who picked up an ankle injury in the second set, doesn't have the lift anymore, and her attack goes into the net. Deacons taking the fourth 26-24, and the game 3-1. Over now to the men's semi-final. This is Progressive and Chargers. It was anticlimactic. Progressive in the blue shocked the favorites 25-18 in this first set. Rainier Grace successfully going line. But after that, Chargers went 3 straight. They won the second 25-15. Now Mark Lewis being fed on the outside. Chargers taking the third 25-11. And here, everyone in the gym knew the set was going for Fabian Cox. And Chargers had his 6-footers Romel Agard and Nicholas Matthias waiting at the net. Agard was the one credited with the block. They took the fourth 25-22 and the game 3-1. Then it was Deacons men sweeping the juniors. Elwin Oxley taking up the full player role, and he goes down line to take the first set 25-21. Coach Andrew Culpepper gave the reserves some valuable court time. Siobhan Barker controlling the middle instead of captain Jamal Ned. Deacons winning the second at 23. The juniors got within striking distance each time, but each time Cully would reinsert the big guns like Kyle Brown, who will thunder this ball down into Nathaniel McLean's arms and pushed him to the floor. Deacons taking that set 25-21 and the game 3-0. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Mark. Well, the finals are tomorrow with the women's game at 6:30 and the men's scheduled for 8. Welcome back. Neil Armstrong turned back all challengers to win the Motoring Club of Barbados Inc. Rally of the Sun and Stars over the weekend. Behind the wheel of his Suzuki SX4, Armstrong was fastest of the 33 drivers who faced the starters for the 3-stage event in the north of the island. Here's Damien Best.
Well, we're positioned in Boscobel for the Rally of the Sun and Stars. The lone overseas entrant Paul Horton of the Turks and Caicos Islands in the Ford Escort Mark I. Well, he showed his expertise in Modified 7 from the get-go. In the end, he claimed top honors in the group in 21 minutes, 15.29 seconds. Trevor Electric Micey Manning rolled back the years in Super Modified 12, making the BMW M3 dance going through the stage. But after 6 runs, he would not return. Rhett Watson and Sean Corbin took home the spoils in that group in a similar machine, a total elapsed time of 20 minutes, 8.81 seconds. The Peugeot 306 Maxi of Dane Skeet and Eric Allenby was perking, second fastest after the first practice run. The pair were 7th overall in 19 minutes, 50.85 seconds, and first in SM11. Only 2 entries for the historic class, and the victory went to Greg Horticozier and Natasha Farnham in a Ford Escort Mark II. There were 12th overall. Mark Thompson and Kirk Siaber were in a 2-way battle with Andrew Malalou and Gregory Goddard in production 4. Well, the Mitsubishi beating out the sub on this occasion. At the sharp end of the sword, this is Paul the Surfer Bourne and Jermaine Pope in the Ford Focus WRC. Well, they collected a stage win on their 4th run, but had an off the next time through, and that brought an end to their campaign. Roger the Ninja Hill and Graham Gittins finished outside the top 5 in the Toyota Corolla WRC, 19 minutes, 37.08 seconds. Well, the 2-wheel drive battle was intense indeed. Ian Wee Wee Warren in the Suzuki Swift trying to put a leash on Josh Reed in SM10. For 3 stages, he won the duel, but it wasn't enough. He ended 5th in 19 minutes, 11.80 seconds. Dean Serow in a Subaru Impreza WRC felt the pressure from Warren and was only a couple of seconds faster in 19 minutes, 11.08 seconds for 4th place. And as I said, the 2-wheel drive battle was the action. On 4 occasions, Josh Reed got the better of Serow. The Toyota started lightning quick. He took Super Modified 10 and was 3rd overall in 19 minutes, 10.30 seconds. Impressive indeed. Well, the top 2 were separated by 4 seconds. Here comes Roger the Sheriff Skeet in the S12 Subaru Impreza WRC. Right foot planted. However, he never got the better of the eventual winner, clocking 18 minutes, 37.60 seconds. And the man that dished out the licks, Neil Armstrong in the Suzuki SX4, fastest overall. There was simply no catching him under the sun or the stars. The winning time, 18 minutes, 32.34 seconds. Congratulations to him. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
A regional fashion industry leader is working along with the Barbados Investment and Development Corporation to give local models an edge in marketing themselves overseas. It's being done through a special workshop. Managing Director of the Chabot Media Group, Joan Ward, says the workshop forms part of Chabot's magazine's 10th anniversary celebrations. She said 25 participants will get the opportunity to improve their skills in various areas when the workshop gets underway next month.
The Chabot Media Group, celebrating 10 years. We'll be hosting a workshop in conjunction with the Barbados Investment and Development Corporation for our 10th anniversary. The workshop is geared at models who are entering the industry or who are already in the industry but need a little bit more information.
She said aspiring models sometimes get opportunities overseas and then struggle to present themselves.
Because as you know, Chabot Media Group has worked with agencies in the US. We've taken models to Fashion Week in New York and Charlotte. And one of the things that sometimes can be heartening is that you work with these agencies in the US to get a go-see interview for the models. And when they get to the US, they either freeze or they are not knowledgeable or they don't know how to sell themselves.
First Citizens Bank has marked the anniversary of its first year in operations in Barbados with an announcement that acting CEO Glenn Harrison is now officially appointed to that position. Mr. Harrison has over 25 years' experience in the banking industry.
He's held leadership positions in the areas of retail banking, corporate performance management, strategic leadership, and customer relations. Commenting on his recent appointment, Mr. Harrison said he is pleased to be a part of the First Citizens family. He said he's looking forward to helping make the bank's operations more competitive by helping individuals, families, and businesses in Barbados achieve their personal and professional dreams. And now a summary of trading on selected stock exchanges in the region.